Hi, Broham. No, we just started on our weekday twos tournaments. It's pretty late, so we start up at 7 o'clock EDT, and usually the tournaments go for 2 to 3
So
hours.
we're going into game one. Mitchy Gitchy with the Nash, Dawson with the Cassidy,
3, 2, 1,
Perseverance
brawl.
using the Ember, and Keith Cush rocking a Queen Nye. Starting with some unarmed, both on our teammates and on the enemy. The blue team is at a damage deficit and a weapon deficit.
Yeah, Mitch, opening up with that hammer, trying to find some nairs in there. Tua's going in against Keith Cush, but it's not working out. Actually, I don't think his name's just Dawson. Yeah, so Dawson's on Cassidy. Dawson going up for the side. The blue team's actually getting kind of destroyed here. As Keith Cush taking a lot of damage from Mitchy Gitchy in this 1v1 on the side. Perseverance going over to help him out. And Mitchy does not care about that Ember as he continues to smack Keith Cush with that hammer.
Yeah, I had to adjust my volume levels really quick. Okay, so the blue team is clearly at a deficit here. We've got a loss of stocks, and people are killing themselves. Is team damage not on?
That is possible. We're going.
No,
to
team
find
damage was on because I remember the blue team unarming each other in the beginning of the match. I'm very confused as to what is going on. I love how the first games always end up like this, you know? The first game of the tournament is always a wonky one.
Yeah, Perseverance going in with those nairs and guitars. Ooh, goes for that end sig and actually gets punished by Tua, or Dawson rather. Keith Cush getting hit by Perseverance. As we do see that team damage is indeed on as he's swatting the side of those guitars. Cassidy trying to do something with the hammer. Perseverance may have just, yes, got hit into a ground pound and died. Mitchy finally losing his first stock, but the blue team is down.
Are you seeing a different game than me?
No.
Are you sure, bro? Because, like, my game ended and everybody killed himself.
You must have disconnected because my match is still going on.
Okay. Alright. Nice.
So Mitchy trying to get away out of the mine. Perseverance is dodging out of that mine as well. As Perseverance tries to goes in with that ground pound. Mitchy Gitchy trying to stop him in the face of that neutral lane. Actually gets that ground pound on Keith Cush as he tries to recover. Excellent spatial awareness coming from Mitchy to be able to deal with both players at the same time. And Dawson's just kind of letting Mitchy go at that 1v2 as, ooh, the ground pound comes in. Dawson gets swatted aside, and Keith is looking to lose his last stock here. Even though he's in the yellow, it's not going to be much longer. The red team, an entire 4 stocks ahead. Goes to that recovery to connect. Keith's got a lot of work to do if he wants to be able to win this 1v2. He's got to take 4 stocks with his final one.
Alright, I'm finally back in the same match. We've got Keith in a really bad position here. He's got 1 stock left, and Dawson is still holding on to his first.
Goes for that GCN light, oddly enough, and gets stared for it. Keith trying to take a stock before he loses this one here as he throws out that down air. Dawson going through the center of the stage, puts out a ground pound, and that actually might be Keith's death as he recovers into the bottom of the stage. 1 ground pound at yellow is all it needs. A solid 5 stock coming in from the red team, and it's looking pretty one-sided here for our first match.
Yeah, I mean, that was clearly a one-sided match. Unfortunately, I was unable to see it because everybody and-heroed on my screen.
Must have happened while you were adjusting your microphone settings as we were going into game 2.
We're going to the Mammoth Fortress, ladies and gentlemen. Moving platforms. We've got Keith Cush on the Roland, Dawson and Mitchy Gitchy sticking to their original picks. Same with Perseverance, still with the Ember.
3, 2, 1, brawl.
There we go, Mammoth Fortress opening it up. Much smaller map than the Thunderguard that they just played on, as both players don't have their recoveries. Mitchy and Dawson finding the weapons first, and Perseverance trying to fight against Mitchy Gitchy. They actually get a nice little bit of unarmed, and the mine goes high, nearly jumps into it, and Dawson avoids getting hit into it. Ooh, these weapon tosses and stairs are trying to get Keith into that mine that he just placed, but no, he doesn't get hit by it, and wow, multiple
The
headlights!
cancel neutral light. Nice.
That was
nice
really cool.
plays from Dawson, following up on his teammates' damage right here. They've got a slight damage lead, Perseverance is finding himself nearing kill percent already. Ember's made of paper.
Nice spear toss coming out from Mitchy, but he drops into that down. So Keith trying to find that down, like gets the sidelight, but goes for no follow-up. The blue team actually doing a great job of being able to have a decent lead here as Mitchy Gitchy and Dawson are a little bit behind. But as I say that, Blue team's getting more and more damage, and it's looking like they're going to be losing their first stocks pretty soon, as Mitchie is hitting them left and right with these Sares.
I mean, but Roland has a ton of defense. They're doing a pretty good job at holding on to their stocks. Dawson. I don't know where Tuna came from, bro.
T-U-A? Yeah, I could see it. I almost said Tuna.
Dawson was nearing kill percent, is basically 80 kill percent. Keith is holding onto his stock, but he eats that Sare from Mitchie Gitchy.
Yeah, Sare. He was actually Sared into Mitchie, and Mitchie didn't go forward expecting his teammate to hit him, and that Sare from the guns on Dawson set him up for that Sare kill. And that's going to be the first 2-stock lead from the red team here, as they're going to continue to extend it. But no, the recovery from Perseverance actually doesn't. Wow!
He landed 4 nairs in a row, a ridiculous amount of damage onto Keith Kush. Keith Kush already nearing kill percent on his second stock, while Mitchie Gitchy is still holding on to his first one. He's going to manage to recover from that, but Perseverance follows up with a nice placed ground pound to secure the kill.
Keith was brought into the red and then killed because of those nairs, though. Like, you're Roland, you have a lot of defense, but that does not mean that you could take 4 hammer nairs to the face, and that resulted in him losing his stock really early, and Dawson looks like he's going to try to do the same as he opens up that down air. Mitchie going for that GC side sig, has the spear, but honestly, I think he could just toss that aside for a hammer. He's been destroying with it this game. Perseverance is struggling on the side of the map against Dawson.
Yeah, I mean, Perseverance is having a hard time finding any bowstrings here. Can't even get the initiating move. While the red team is doing a pretty good job, but still holding on to their second stocks. It doesn't look like Mitchie Gitchy is going to enter kill percent for a while.
Keith putting out that side air, goes for that ground pound. Mitchie holds onto the hammer, puts out a side light. Down air comes out, trying to be able to do something to Keith. If you get in the stock, it's just going to be that same 2v1 that they had before. And, well, it's going to be even easier now as Perseverance loses that stock into his amazing ground pound recovery combo. Side air comes out from Mitchie, can't kill Keith. Keith trying to stay alive as long as he can, and it's just not working out.
Tries to land that down sig, but Keith is unable to make that connect. He's kind of just flying around with his lance, hoping he doesn't get hit by any hard-hitting moves. He lands that recovery onto Dawson. Dawson now on his last stock, but Mitchie Gitchy still pretty much safe on his second. It's now a 1v1, and Keith is in the kill percent, not looking good.
Yeah, surprising that Keith was able to make it to this 1v2. I was thinking
you would
that,
have thought it was going to be the other way around due to the health percentages, but Keith just managed to avoid damage while Perseverance kind of just ran into a bunch of combos. However, Keith does get caught by that ground pound, and that secures game